Batubeshu Towe, Arabulele. So as I'm shooting this video today, it's a Monday morning. Yesterday was Mother's Day, so shout out to all the mothers, the ones who actually nurture, love, and take care of their children. And I'm saying that because not everyone has that privilege or that blessing of having a mom that loves them and truly cares for them and wants the best for them. I was watching this documentary on Netflix. I forgot the name, but it's basically about moms who exploit their children for financial gain. So there's a teenage version of OnlyFans in the US of A. I forgot what it's called, but basically, so moms sign their daughters to this platform, their teenage daughters, and what they then do is, but I've never been on OnlyFans, obviously, but I get the idea of what OnlyFans is about. So on this teenage version, it's really the same thing except they are not naked. That's how the moms that are signing up their daughters to this platform are justifying it to say, well, they're not naked. But here is the twisted part. You're saying to a 13-year-old, put on that bikini, remember, look sexy to your 13-year-old. And the highest subscribers, obviously, to this platform is full grown men. So you are pimping out your child, right? A child that's going to grow up one day, and this will obviously affect them, and they will get to process this, and they will realize that, shoot, I did not have a mom that cared for me. Why would she pimp me out? You know? So yeah, it just made me think, man, that such a blessing to have mothers that actually love and care for you, because not everyone has that privilege. And I was watching, well, I've seen a few podcasts where these women come on and they are reliving their childhood traumas. Well, they're telling the stories of their childhood traumas where they lived with, they were forced basically to endure molestation for years because their moms refused to leave the men who were abusing them. So this could have been stepfathers or their own fathers. And I remember the one that comes to mind, and this is something that happens all over the world, by the way. So this is not a them kind of a thing, because the thing about social media, yes, there's some negative aspect to it, but I feel like the positive aspect of social media is now we hear people's stories, like real lives that are lived. So it's no longer about just people telling us, well, this only happens here, it doesn't happen anywhere else. Because now you get to find out that no, actually all over the world people are having similar experiences, like similar human experiences. But anyway, so this particular woman, she said that, well, his stepfather, I think it was, started, abusing her at the age of 7. She told the grandmother because the mother had gone to work the first time it happened, and the grandmother was like, zip, we don't speak of such things. But then the grandmother told the mom when the mom came back from work, and the mother was like, okay, you know. So by virtue of the mom not doing anything, it means that then she allowed it to continue. So it continued, and then the girl, at some point, she said she's when she was a girl, she's a woman now. She went to the mom and said, "Mom, please help me. I can't take this anymore." And she was like, the mom was like, "I'm not leaving my man for you. It's not gonna happen." So basically saying to her, "Girl, who cares what you're going through? I'm not leaving my man over your little inconvenience. Yes, you're 9, so what?" But I mean, can you imagine having that kind of a mom? And many people have had to deal with having that kind of a mother, which is just so sad, to be a child, son or daughter, that does not have a soft landing or nurturing space in their own mother. That has to be one of the most excruciating things to live with, I can just imagine. So yeah, shout out to the mothers. It's not always easy, and especially the mothers who don't know a mother's love. They've never experienced nurturing and love and softness from a mom, but they grew up and they decided that I'm going to do different. I'm going to give to my kids what should have been given to me. Because not everyone perpetuates the cycle. Some people, they'll be like, well, my mother wasn't there for me too. Well, my mother also pimped me out. That's why I'm pimping you out. Well, my mother also did this to me, so that's why I'm doing it to you. But then there are those who go, listen, my mother couldn't protect me, but I'm going to protect you and I'm going to love you. So shout out to all those mothers. And that's all that I wanted to say. Peace.